Within that formula, there's further micro conversions, as there are in all of our businesses in all the different areas that we're doing. Okay? If you're doing copywriting, writing an advertisement, okay, so what's a micro conversion? That could you improve the headline? Could you improve the body copy? Could you improve the image? So there's all these micro conversions that are going on in all of our businesses in all the different areas. So I'm not going to focus on systems or technology or team or anything today. I'm focused specifically on this area. So I've just done this breakdown again. And I'll show you some alternate views, some other ways that you might see this represented in the marketplace. So the first example that we had was off on the left. So that's Jay's original classic 3 ways to grow your business model. And here, let's drill down a little bit further. To get the number of clients, we might go leads times conversion to get you your number of clients. So we've broken it down a little bit further so that we can actually focus and get those small incremental improvements. And what you'll notice when you look at these formulas here, leads times conversion to get your number of clients. What's before the word clients? It's a equal sign, which means it's a result of something that's gone before. Okay? So it's an outcome, an output. So you can't get more clients. What you can do is affect the things that come before it because it's only the result. So continue down through. Leads times conversion, number of clients times transaction value, transactions per year, total income, margins down to profit. Now you might see it this way. People might break it down and they might have gross margin to get down to your gross profit, less your fixed costs or your net profit, depending on how you structure your business, where you put your marketing in, all those sorts of things. Digital or purely online business, which doesn't have a physical product, might not even know the words cost of goods sold. Like if you get a new client and you have a membership site, who's got a membership site? Okay, great. So you go out, you market, you get a new person, and you flick the switch, and someone now has access to your membership site. In, giving a little bit of realm, I know there's a few costs, but in reality, what did that cost you to flick the switch?
Yeah.
Zero. Whereas if someone's going out, anyone sell in a retail environment? Is it retail primarily shopfront or you're promoting from online? Both. So you have physical goods, okay, which either people come into your place or you're shipping out from there. So if the item that you sell is $100, do you keep $100? No, you don't. Where were you when my aunt was in business? My aunt was in business for herself. She had a ballet shop with my uncle, and they were selling tutus and what's the little footwear that the girls wear? Ballerina shoes. Anyway, I don't know why they went into business, but at the end of the day, she took all the money out of the till and figured it was hers to spend. Had no concept that there was a difference between the two. This is also the same lady that when my uncle received in shipments of parcels and items that were on back order, and he'd say to her, could you please ship this out? She's like, I'll ship it out. Did not send an invoice with anything for 6 months. She shipped it out. Okay? But there's a cost of goods sold. There's a cost of goods sold. So you might have different ways that you break this down. And even further up the top end here, some people might say website traffic, opt-ins to get to your leads. And I've just highlighted some of the areas that are the commonalities that you go. But let's have a look in a different model, which is just breaking it down again to those micro conversions and trying to get that leverage, as much leverage as you can by working on different areas. Okay, these two models here, we're going to increase by 10%. So here is the original J. Abraham model, 10, 10, 10, 10. Through to the bottom line, if you can't see it up the back, that line there is 33.1% as we saw before. On the right-hand side here, rather than the 33.1% increase, you've dropped down to 61% on the bottom line. Just because you're focusing on multiple areas, you're looking at the micro conversions again. So Jay's model is powerful, absolutely. But what else can we add to it? Jay's always about maximising, optimising your business. So that's another breakdown of looking at the power that you can have in your business.
You're a fast learner though, Fletcher, I'll give you that.
Fast learner on Max. Okay. I'm going to fly through this because hopefully my next slides are smaller than this. Actually, backstory here. And this is a good lesson for business. Is never talk when the presenter's talking. No. Fredo. Okay, so here's an important thing, a lesson that I learnt this morning, which is communication. Don't make assumptions. Okay, Ben and I were talking the other day about the presentation that I was doing, and we were doing a couple of things back and forth, and I didn't follow up with Ben, and I made an assumption about something, and that led me to this because I transferred my presentation across to a different computer, so I hadn't had a full run through. So it's a good lesson that you should check things and make sure things are locked down. Like if you give something to a team member and say, "Can you take care of that?" Unless you have evidence that they've continuously done that and successfully hit that KPI and performed previously, do you know that they're actually going to follow through on that? No, you don't. So for me, the lesson for me was, okay, lock down my communication, make sure it's done. So we're all learning all the time. Okay, this one here, once again, I'm going to play with the numbers, a little bit of maths. Left-hand side, Jay's model, 20% increase all the way through. You've got a 72.8% increase. And the reason I go on about this is to drill it down to you that there's power in the formula. There's power in the formula. That's what you want to take away, that you can get more out of everything that you've got. The right-hand side, 20% increase. Bottom line profit, 248% increase. Okay? The maths work. Now, when you do all these things and the adjustments in your business, key, test and measure. If you come up with a great idea and you just throw it out into the marketplace and you don't look at the results, it may have had a negative effect. It may have had a positive effect on your business. So test and measure is vital. And in all the areas of that Jay's model, the 3 ways model or the extended models that you've seen, the very fact that you focus on it, and this is quite phenomenal, the very fact that you focus on it, put your RAS, your reticular activation system, looking at it, the numbers improve just by focusing on it, okay? Let alone doing all the other things that we're going to add along to it. So this ties in with some of the things that you've already gone through in the modules, and I want to remind you of it because when you're choosing strategies that you're going to do, you want to look at where the kink is in the hose of your business, but what's the highest and best use? Your time, your opportunity, your resources, your assets. And that's in all the areas of your business, but it also applies when you're trying to get more customers or increase your transactions or your frequency. You've got to look at the strategies that you think about saying, okay, is this the best one to choose? Is this going to give me the highest return? Okay? You might have to put too much time into a particular one that's not going to give you a payoff that's relative to what you're looking for. So you need to do the assessment, go back, use the opportunity evaluator, just use it in a different methodology than you might have used it already. It's actually a tool, a methodology that you can plug so many different things into to just figure out, am I doing the best thing now? Am I getting the most leverage now?